Good morning, everyone, and welcome to day 83 of the 90-day live chat. My name is Frank Brewer. I'm a clinical psychologist and a director at New Path Psychology. Well, today I would like to talk about group therapy, and the reason for this is I haven't done so, at least not a lot during the 90 days. So I thought before I finish up the 90 days it would be a good thing to do. So there's a bit of background to that, of course, because I experience that clients are really hesitant to go into group therapy or to participate. When I smile here, I see Nina bringing the guinea pigs out. So really hesitant to participate in group therapy. So a little bit distracted. Hi Michaela, thanks for joining. Hello, welcome and hi to Germany. must be quite late at your end. Anyway, I'm talking about group therapy. The reason why I really like group therapy, and I don't know how many hundreds of hours I spend in group therapy as participant, but also as a facilitator. So my background is that I started working in alcohol rehab as a group therapist. So I was looking after a group of clients, and group therapy is really the way to go. And I did that for a couple of years, also in an outpatient setting. So that's one branch. The other is that we have been doing workshops, which is a different form of group therapy. So workshops in family constellations or systemic constellations, and these workshops are really good for patients. I mean, as a general statement, I would say group therapy is really not for everyone or at every stage of their life, but it's for most people. I would think that at least 50, 60, if not 70% of my clients would benefit from a workshop, a day workshop or 2-day workshop whatsoever. But people are hesitant, and I think the most sort of the concern that is mentioned the most is, well, they can't see the point in sharing their problems with strangers, and they can't see the benefit of listening to other people's problems. Well, and there's also a little bit of fear or apprehension what might happen in a group that keeps people from actually attending. And I mean, well, I can say it's true, a group always raises a little bit the anxiety, and that's super natural. It might be that so a group is not as easy. It's not a situation that is as easy to control as would be a one-on-one. Right. So as said, I had many hundreds of hours in workshops and so forth. So for me, it's pretty clear that what happens in a group workshop, for instance, or in group therapy, cannot be achieved in individual sessions. And I used to say that, for instance, from 1-day workshop, you would get the value of at least 6, 7, 8, or even 10 individual sessions. So it's actually quite economic, yeah. So you get a lot out of one day of a workshop. So yeah, to speak a little bit about the benefits. So benefit number one would be the experience that people are not alone with their problems. That means when people come to therapy, they think, oh, that form of anxiety or that form of depression is really unique, while everybody seems so happy. And when we're attending a group, we can experience, because other people tell us that they are experiencing something very similar. And that's particularly true for constellation workshops, where we see that people have had difficult upbringings or hurtful relationships in the past, and that really creates a sense of belonging, which is impossible to sort of to create in individual therapy. Yeah. So there was a piece of research done. I'm not sure if it was Irvin Yalom, who can be considered the godfather of group therapy. But some of the researchers asked people to write down the one thing they wouldn't share with other group members. And the answers were relatively similar. So number one is that people wouldn't share that they feel somewhat inadequate and sort of defective. Yeah, and it's very interesting. They wouldn't share it because they think it's unique, but more people than not are experiencing exactly that. The second thing they wouldn't share was a feeling of being alienated and the fear they couldn't care for others. And well, it's also interesting when the group is like that you actually have an atmosphere where this caring for others is fostered and supportive. And well, I can speak from my experience. It can be absolutely mind-blowing, that sense of belonging that a group can really create. It's just wonderful. So the second benefit would be giving and taking support. So receiving support from others is what you probably would expect from therapy in particular, but giving support to others is also a little bit like receiving. So when we give to others and it is well received, that's really like a present that comes back to us, isn't it? Again, it's all about the experience in a group, and a group is always an amplifier. So both for the positive as well as for the a little bit more uncomfortable feelings as well, but that's okay. That's nothing you need to be worried about. So as said, the group is an amplifier, and the benefit number 3 is that you become more aware of your own feelings. So being connected to others and connected to yourself is a skill that can be learned, but needs to be learned, because it's not built into us from day one. It has to be developed. And normally we are either self-connected or other-connected, but in a group we can learn to be both at the same time, and being aware of what we actually feel and what we need, is probably the best tool to manage ourselves. Yeah. I hope that makes sense. Mark is watching here. Yeah, and benefit number 4 is to learn to better relate to other. Yeah, to build relationship skills while interacting with others. Well, it's probably a big field to talk about, but I hope it makes sense that when we interact with others, they are a role model. They show us how it works for them, and we can learn. And it's the most natural way of learning, is really in a group, to see others, see the consequences that their behavior or action have to others. Also, we can observe our own emotional reactions, and wonderful way, a very natural way of learning. So I hope this encourages you to take a leap and to really get into group therapy in addition to individual counseling. So it's often a good idea to do both at the same time, because in individual you can really focus on your own issues or look at them in great detail, whereas the group focuses on other things, and it goes together well. And what we do at New Path Psychology, we run workshops for family constellations. It's usually a day workshop, and yeah, it's only a day, and I'm pretty sure, I would be surprised if you don't get a lot out of it. Yeah, please feel free to inquire, give us a ring on 884-111-478, and yeah, ask a question if you have a question. Pop that into a comment box, share, like, or love. Well, I'm not against love hearts. If you like it, and so forth. So I think for me it's time to go about my day and get into the office. Yeah, you have a wonderful Tuesday, and I get back to you by tomorrow. Thanks for watching, thanks for joining. Thanks, Michaela, and yeah, hi to Germany. Bye for now.